Happy New Year and welcome to Training Tuesday for January 3rd, 2023. This episode features our children's python Marcel. He was hatched on July 9th, 2019 and produced by Riley Jemison. This is all filmed during one target training session. This is repetition 1. I had already removed Marcel from his enclosure. Actually, I opened his enclosure door and he came out on his own onto the ledge outside of his enclosure. And I picked him up and moved him over to this activity station where I left him for a little while so that I could completely clean out his enclosure. And when I was done doing that, I decided to feed him and I did 3 target training repetitions with him. This is repetition 1, and he got 3 small fuzzy mice all together. So 1 fuzzy mouse each repetition. He did a really good job during this first repetition, and I thought it was interesting how he had to find his own route that he wanted to take to the target instead of following what I thought was a logical direction for him to go. This is repetition number 2, and he's a little bit more exuberant this time. I'm asking him to completely turn 180 degrees from the direction he was going, and he struck at the target and then just got really excited interacting with the target and eventually set his face on it, and that's what I reinforced him for. We don't want to reinforce the striking. And then this is repetition number 3, and I believe he strikes at the target again in just a second or 2. So he seemed to get more excited the more repetitions that we did. He was very calm and deliberate and thinking about his first repetition, and then he got a little bit exuberant for these second 2. So that was his last repetition. And after he finished eating, this is some footage I took of him just to show that now that the food is gone, the tongs are put away, the target isn't visible, and it's just me there with the camera, he's being nice and calm. So I've raised Marcel since he was a baby. He was just about 8 weeks old or so when he arrived here, and I started him immediately with target training, with choice-based interactions, with desensitization to handling and interacting with people, gradual desensitization. We didn't use any flooding or force-based handling with him at all. And you can see that despite the fact that he got very excited, the more he ate and the more training we did, that now that that's all over with, he's very calm, he's curious, he's investigating me and the camera, but he isn't striking or doing anything bizarre. And then I go ahead and pick him up to move him back to his enclosure, and you can see that he's not striking at me, he's not lunging, he's very calm despite the fact that he's just eaten, and that the last 2 training repetitions during that session he did strike at the target because he got very excited. Now all that's over with, and again, this is a different context. The training equipment is not there, the food is not there. Hopefully he is satiated now because his belly is full, and he was very handleable, and he was no problem for me to approach and pick up and return to his enclosure with no drama.